Building seamless business and IT teamwork. It's the key to company success. Cheshire, UK, early summer. I was working hard. On my time, I'd resigned from my job and was on gardening leave before the next. A novelty as I usually work straight through. Mid-afternoon the phone rang. It was the EMEA Director of Services. They sounded a little stressed. I need a favour, they started. How can I help? I replied. ABC Limited CIO and the team have 4 days with FET, a big partner, in Plano next week. We need someone senior to babysit them, keep the partner honest, and report back on what was said. Oh, and deliver a pitch on information lifecycle management ILM strategy on the Wednesday morning. Everyone else is either too busy, sick, or can't travel. ABC were a UK blue chip manufacturing company and a very important account. Must be desperate to call me, I thought. Now, in a previous company, I'd been in Dallas a week a month for 2 years. The American part of my global team was based there, and it wasn't my favorite place. I was in no real hurry to go back. Okay, I'll do it if you pay full expenses and business class flights. Now, this was against policy, so sure no. After all, I got my tan to work on. Suspiciously, the director said, no problem. And with a, I'll get the account manager to brief you, the phone went dead. I got the sudden feeling that I'd caught a hospital pass everyone else had sidestepped. Maybe I should have asked for first class, I found myself thinking. I sent my travel plans to the lead of my previous US team. Let's call him Chuck, suggesting dinner on the Wednesday night. He called me almost immediately. Hey, that hotel is 10 miles away from FET, he said. I know, I replied, but the one across the road was full. I got an email 2 hours later. It takes an American. I've got your hotel moved. Chuck always delivers. The Sunday flight was long but uneventful. I revisited the briefing documents, my own research, and drafted out my Wednesday session. And business was nice. Monday morning, I walked the 100 meters up into the imposing FET campus. In a large meeting room were ABC Limited CIO, 6 of their senior managers, 2 FET technical folks, and me. You know, you usually get at least 15 minutes of golf from any trip, but this one gave so much more. FET had employed a professional facilitator to chair the sessions. During the week, I got a chance to watch how he worked. I learned a lot of useful techniques and approaches. On the other side, the FET and ABC team filled the first 2 days with technobabble, acronyms, and mind-numbing detailed theoretical academic discussions. It was like being back at university. DevOps, development processes, instance strategy, database normalization, issue handling, database strategy, OSI, ITIL, ISO, yada, yada, yada. But beneath it all, ABC, IT, and their systems were, as my mum used to say, a complete dog's breakfast. IT had a culture close to an academic organization, inward looking, internally measured, self absorbed. They deployed new technology just because it was cool. They worshipped esoteric theories, and they rankled under cost accountability to the business. I still imagine them in white coats even now. This seemed to be a culture that the CIO wanted, and Tuesday afternoon cemented this in my mind. A 3-hour session on landscape transformation. Their approach was to draw the as-is technical landscape on one whiteboard, draw the to-be landscape on the other, then define the detailed technical plan to move from one to another. Simple. I was an observer, so I tried to keep quiet, but I couldn't. How long do you think this is going to take? And, why are you doing it? I lobbed in. About 3 years, one of the ABC managers answered. The landscape will be more modern and will have great new technology in it. So a 3-year fixed technical upgrade roadmap with no benefits for the business. That's right. It will reduce IT costs, which is our primary KPI. I see. I understand the business is under severe competitive pressure, and they say that they need to drastically change their business model and market offer to survive. It was public knowledge. It was all over their annual report and lots of news articles. Are the business happy with the plan, and are they bought in? My question spilled out before I could stop it. Well, I was on gardening leave. The CIO looked both surprised and annoyed and stepped in. We've found that things go so much faster and better if we don't talk to the business at all. They know nothing about IT. They would simply want faster horses. IT must be a strategic enabler for business. We live in an increasingly volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. It is and will be reality. The winds blowing against business are unpredictable and weather conditions changing rapidly. The age of the 5-year fixed motorway style roadmap and stability is gone. It's been replaced by a twisting, windy, exposed mountain path, where a misstep could signal disaster. IT and business must act as one to survive in this hostile environment. Foresight, agility, and business value realization are not only the key to business survival, but also to IT being seen as a strategic enabler, not just an ego-driven cost line. Proven steps can help align and integrate by breaking down walls, but experience suggests the largest contributor to success is mutual mindset change. And human skills and people are key in achieving this. It's all about the people, because as we know, culture eats process for breakfast. Wednesday morning was my ILM session. I'd reworked the session after yesterday's interaction. I included some white coat technical aspects, but I knew the foundational concept of business IT integration and business service focus wouldn't be popular. And they weren't. The Q&A afterwards could diplomatically be described as frank and forthright. There was me defending integrated working with the business, the rest of the room taking a build a wall and keep them out position. At the lunch buffet, a couple of the ABC managers discreetly approached me with, "Your session was really thought-provoking," but distanced themselves instantly when the CIO caught their eye. But maybe I've planted a few seeds then, I thought. The afternoon was back to white coat territory. Detailed investigation of detailed governance structures, theories, and processes. Frankly, I was glad when the session was over. It ran late, so feeling a little down, I got a cab straight to the downtown Dallas sports bar to meet Chuck. I walked in and was greeted by most of my former USA senior team. Chuck had called them and they'd paid for themselves to fly in from all over the States to have an evening with me. I was touched and honored. You know, their presence and many margaritas helped restore my spirits. I was on the 15:30 Friday flight back to London. I spent the flight finalizing and sending my thanks and deliverables to everyone. My external notes from the week, presentation, summary of the Q&A, a draft strategic value framework to help them align IT and business, thoughts on the benefits of closer business IT integration and how to achieve it. Separately, I sent additional confidential suggestions to our internal account team and director. They had some work to do. I was soon back working on my TAN and waiting for my next big move. But that's another story. In the years since I've had time to think about this trip, I'd like to think that attitudes have changed, but I must admit that I've come across exactly this kind of thinking frequently since, and still see symptoms manifested in places like LinkedIn. Getting IT and business to work together will always be a people issue, and helping people lose the mindset culture of us and them, suits and white coats, is a first step for modern survival. I've spent 25 plus years honing practical and pragmatic approaches for developing and growing a success mindset in people. Contact me to discuss how. I'm here to help, and I'm always open to thoughts and opinions. Talk to you soon.